highest accumulations for our far coastal communities. Now let's get to the good part, because raining pretty heavy during the week, but that means as we head towards the weekend, things are going to get a whole lot better. In fact, I think if you need this morning 40s.
To me, it just seems like a mass of cold raininess.
It's still cold, it's still dreary, but technically we are a bit warmer. Now, that's not going to last long. By tomorrow, we're going to start to see highs once again in the 50s. So if you're heading out to holiday lights, today is not a bad day to do it. Much more comfortable. In fact, once we get into the day tomorrow, it's going to be pretty uncomfortable, cold and damp. Temperatures right now in the mid 50s, 53 here in Houston, 61 out in Sugar Land. You'll notice winds are coming from the Gulf, and that's as a warm front pushes on shore, which is why locations like Angleton, Galveston, about 10 degrees warmer than what we're seeing here in Houston. That warm front is pushing in moisture as well, and this is bringing with it an increase of our moisture, which is going to help bring rain chances as we get into this evening and afternoon. In fact, by 5 o'clock, we've got a 20% chance of rain showers, and that'll be increasing as we get towards 8 p.m. A 30% chance by 11 o'clock, 40% chance. Not just showers, but showers and thunderstorms possible with a flash flood risk in place. That means you'll need to plan on extra time for that evening commute and any driving starting about 5 p.m. tonight through the entire day tomorrow. Tomorrow, we have a 70% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Not expecting a washout, but on and off periods of rainfall. And that's going to spill into Friday as well. And with highs in the 50s and 60s, it's going to be cold. It's going to be damp. But Joel, we've got a beautiful weekend after the wet weather. I'll detail everything coming up.
Perfect, Carolina. I like it.
But then as we get closer to the overnight period, that's when we're going to see the possibility for thunderstorms as our cold front starts to push in. That'll bring a 70% chance of showers and storms tomorrow. And then by Friday morning, still keeping a 40% chance of storms. Now, I wish it was just showers, but we now have a severe weather risk put out by the Storm Prediction Center. You can see that green color. That's a low risk. It's a level 1 on a scale of 5, but a risk nonetheless of seeing strong to severe storms. And right now, the biggest concern looks to be damaging wind gusts and the possibility of some small hail. That means if you've got a garage, if you've got covered parking and you don't always do it, tonight would be a good night to park your car underneath that covered parking. In addition to the severe weather threat, we're also tracking a flash flood risk later on this evening through the overnight hours. And this expands for more of southeast Texas, which means everybody just plan on a bit of extra time for driving. And if you are driving on wet roads, go slow out there. Satellite and radar showing our cold front advancing its way through the state. Once this gets into southeast Texas, we are expecting it to slow down. And then we're going to see some other disturbances keeping the rain chances elevated. So Future Track will show scattered light rain showers by 4 o'clock, mainly just annoying at that point, but we'll start to see stronger storms once we get 8, 9, 10 p.m. You can see those warm red colors indicating thunderstorms through the overnight hours, periods of heavy rainfall on and off, and that's going to be lasting into Thursday. Now, keep in mind, tomorrow our forecast high temperatures in the upper 50s, so when it's not raining, it's just going to be cold and damp, very similar to what it felt like on Monday. You can see even as we head overnight into Friday, another surge of wet moisture pushing its way in, especially for our far coastal communities. This means if you're along and south of I-10, you can expect the highest accumulations, but all in all, most locations 1 to 2 inches between this evening and Friday afternoon is what you can expect. Now, thankfully, rain chances are not going to be staying with us as we go through the entire weekend. In fact, by Saturday, those showers quickly drifting in across Brazoria, Matagorda, Wharton County, even far southern Fort Bend County. So far, just some cold rain showers. But as we go through the next several hours, we're going to see these rain chances becoming more widespread. Now, this is a live look over 50s and the lower 60s, so a touch warmer than yesterday. But as we go through the overnight period, we're going to see rain chances really start to ramp up. By 5 o'clock, we're putting about a 20% chance, so do plan on a bit of extra time for that evening commute. But you can see our highest rain chance chances, those are coming through the overnight period. And the big change from yesterday is the Storm Prediction Center around lunchtime today put out a low threat for strong to severe storms overnight tonight. Zach, coming up, we'll walk through that hour by hour forecast, and I'll let you know when that rain finally moves away.
Yeah, very dreary day. Caroline, thank you. Vegetables and fruits, you never know what you're going to get. Always a good deal.
Kind of funny. You don't have to have the prettiest
Right,
vegetables.
no, right.
Give me an ugly one.
The throwaways, the castaways. Yeah, we'll take those.
And I mean, today would be a good day to take all the castaways,
Yeah.
throw it in a soup,
Oh,
stay
right.
inside, look
Soup
outside.
weather,
Tell me this
chilly
isn't
weather.
forecast skies. We've got rain showers out there, so it might look like it'll snow, but no, it's just going to be chilly and wet. You'll notice over the next 3 days. We've got into it starting first with what's happening right now, and we've got a very quick moving line of light rain showers from Brazoria County over towards Galveston County as well. None of these should be causing any major problems, but it is rain, so roads are going to be wet, and you might get a little damp heading out to your car. As we go through the overnight hours, rain chances will start to ramp up, especially from 10 p.m. through 1 a.m. That's when we're going to see our highest likelihood of seeing thunderstorms, and some could be in the stronger variety, with hail being one of our concerns. Whenever we talk about a hail threat, if you've got a garage, a carport, today would be a good day to park it under it. More than likely you won't see hail, but it never hurts when we do have a non-zero hail threat. Satellite and radar showing that front starting to drop its way into the state, and Future Track is going to show rain chances just ramping up as we go overnight tonight. You can see not a total washout, but on and off showers with the occasional embedded thunderstorm. The thing is, when you keep seeing rounds of rainfall, that's when it can add up, and that's when you start to worry about flooding concerns. Thankfully, flood threat is low, but you'll notice through the entire day, I think it's going to feel a lot like Monday. Cold, damp, wet on and off chances, and then into Friday morning, once again, rain starts streaming in, especially for locations south of I-10. There is that flash flood risk that does include everybody, so plan on extra time for driving, especially for anybody along the coast. That's where we're going to see our highest rainfall accumulations. Now, I don't want to be all doom and gloom, because there is some good news here. The rain will be tapering off by Friday night. Sprinkles, you will need to turn on the windshield wiper, slow down just a tad, but you'll notice that light green color just indicating light rain showers pushing their way on shore. So a closer look is going to show you from Matagorda through Brazoria County, just a few sprinkles, nothing too impactful. We're expecting any accumulation to be very minimal, but this is just the beginning. All day today, it's been gloomy. We've had overcast skies. A live look from the Southwest Freeway. Can't see downtown, and that's because visibility just slightly reduced. Air temperature in the upper 50s for most, so warmer than yesterday, but still a bit cold and damp out there. Across the board, everybody's sitting in the mid 50s, but as we go through this evening, we're going to be seeing rain chances really ramp up. At 6 o'clock, only a 20% chance. By 9, it's a 30% chance, and then overnight tonight, that's when we're talking a 40 to 80% chance. We've got a hail threat in addition to a flood threat. Joel, coming up, I'll bring out our hour-by-hour forecast.
Caroline, thanks for keeping a close watch.
9:10, that's when we have the potential of seeing a few embedded thunderstorms. These can bring with them frequent lightning strikes, but also the potential for some localized street flooding. These will continue through the overnight hours, but it's not a total washout. In fact, 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, this model showing cloudy skies, hit or miss light rain showers. It's going to be cold. It's going to be damp. It's going to be a lot like Monday, but it's not going to be a total washout. We'll continue to see hit or miss rain showers through the day on Thursday with isolated embedded thunderstorms. And then into Friday, once again, a wet start to the day. That morning commute certainly looking soggy through the middle of the day, but then once we get to Friday night, that should start to taper off. But until then, rainfall accumulations could be anywhere from 1 to 2 inches of rain. Now, thankfully, as we head towards the weekend, rain really starts to drop off, which means Saturday and Sunday look picture perfect. Take a look at this 10-day.
Some rain that's coming in, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it is gloomy. Right now, it's mainly just rain showers, but you can see over the Southwest Freeway, overcast skies there. It's chilly, it's damp outside, and it's not going to get better as we go through the next several hours. Storm Tracker 2 radar right now showing we've got rain showers mainly for our far coastal communities, and this is going to be the trend as we go overnight. Thursday and Friday. Anywhere along and south of I-10, that's where you can expect your highest rainfall accumulations. But for now, everything's very manageable. We're just talking a few light rain showers from Bay City to Sweeney and up through Wharton. Also seeing a few sprinkles out there near Pearland, sliding over towards Baytown. So far, everything's been moving extremely fast, which means it's soggy, it's damp. Actual air temperature currently sitting in the mid to upper 50s. As we go overnight tonight, you're going to notice rain chances steadily increasing. By 9 o'clock, that's when we have the possibility of seeing some scattered thunderstorms. Thunderstorm chances ramping up past midnight. Joel, I'll have more on our hour-by-hour storm timeline coming up.
Caroline, thanks.